divorce between news and reality. Newspapers quoted foreign economists, "Pakistan, a model for emerging nations," while peasants, unreported, cursed the so-called Green Revolution, claiming that most of the newly drilled water wells had been useless, poisoned, and in the wrong places anyway. While editorials praised the probity of the nation's leadership, rumours thick as flies mentioned Swiss bank accounts and the new American motor cars of the president's son. The Karachi Dawn spoke of another dawn, good Indo-Pak relations just around the corner. But in the Rann of Kutch, yet another inadequate son was discovering a different story. In the cities, mirages and lies. To the north, in the high mountains, the Chinese were building roads and planning nuclear blasts. But it is time to revert from the general to the particular, or, to be more exact, to the general's son, my cousin, the enuretic Zafar Zulfikar, who became, between April and July, the archetype of all the many disappointing sons in the land. History working through him was also pointing its finger at Gohar, at future Sanjay and Kanti Lal to come, and naturally at me. So, cousin Zafar, with whom I had much in common at that time. My heart was full of forbidden love. His trousers, despite all his efforts, filled continually with something rather more tangible but equally forbidden. I dreamed of mythical lovers, both happy and star-crossed, Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal, but also Montague and Capulet. He dreamed of his Kifi fiancée, whose failure to arrive at puberty even after a 16th birthday must have made her seem, in his thoughts, a fantasy of an unattainable future. In April 1965, Zafar was sent on manoeuvres to the Pakistan-controlled zone of the Rann of Kutch. Cruelty of the continent towards the loose-bladdered. Zafar, although a lieutenant, was the laughingstock of the Abbottabad military base. There was a story that he had been instructed to wear a rubber undergarment like a balloon around his genitals, so that the glorious uniform of the Pak army should not be desecrated. Mere Javans, when he passed, would make a blowing movement of their cheeks, as if they were puffing up the balloon. All this became public later in the statement he made in floods of tears after his arrest for murder. It is possible that Zafar's assignment to the Rann of Kutch was thought up by a tactful superior who was only trying to get him out of the firing line of Abbottabad humour.